Hello, sixth graders. Today we're going to continue talking about statistics and using our statistical questions that we came up with yesterday to gather our data and analyze it. So first, we're going to use that statistical question that everyone answered yesterday as our class data. And that was, how many siblings do you have? So what I did, I looked at all the data that we collected from that question. And what I'm going to do in this chart and what you guys are going to do is we're going to order them from least to greatest. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all the numbers in this chart and then I'm going to pause it and you can copy down the numbers in your notes. So I collected data from both classes, 6R and 6G, and asked the question, how many siblings do you have? And these are the results that I got. So 3 people had 0 siblings. 1, 1, 1, 1. 7 people had 1 sibling, and there were a lot of 2 siblings. Let me just count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 people had 2 siblings. 4, 5, 6. And then there were 6 people that had 3 siblings. And then there was 1 person that had 4 siblings and 1 person that had 5 siblings. All right, so that's the data that we collected as a class, a 6th grade class. How many siblings do you have? Now that they're in numerical order from least to greatest, we are going to, in order to organize it, we're going to now analyze this data. And today we're really going to be focusing on finding the mean and the range. And we're going to talk about what those two things are. So the mean is the average of all your data values. All right. So to find the mean, what you do is you add up all of the data values. So if we would add up all of these data values that we collected, and then you're going to divide by the total number of values in the set. Okay. Now mean is finding the average. So that means basically it's a measure of center. We're trying to figure out what's in the middle of our data. What's the average amount of siblings that that our classmates have, okay? So the total sum of the data, what we're going to do is we're going to add all of these data values together. So do that right now. What do you get? Well, let's see. If I add this together, I'm going to put a little check mark to help myself. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones, so that's 7. Then I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So 7 plus 24. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes. So 6 times 3 is 18, so plus 18, plus 4, plus 5. So the sum of all these data values, hopefully you got the same thing, 58. And then the total number of data values that we have, well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 16, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 30 total data values. So we have 30 total data values. So what we do, we take the sum of the data values, which is 58, and then we divide it by the total number of values we have, which is 30. So we do 58 divided by 30. So we end up getting, and I'm going to round, but we get 1 93 hundredths. Now, it's not possible to have less than or a part of a person, okay? Think about realistically. We're talking about people, about siblings. So this number we are going to round up because it's close to 2. So the average person in our class has 2 siblings, which I think makes sense because if we look at all of this data, okay, a lot of students said they had 2 siblings. So it makes sense that the average student has about 2 siblings. All right. So again, the mean is just adding all of your class data and then dividing it by how many data values you have. Now, after this lesson, you are going to find the mean of your own data values. Okay, so you're going to add up all of your data values, but then you're going to divide it by the number of data values there are, In this case, we had 30. All right. However, when you're doing your class data, you're only doing your homeroom. So you're going to have less than 30 class data values. You're probably going to have between 14 and 16. All right. So just keep that in mind that your number of data values is going to be different when you do it later on. All right. So now let's look at this next example. Okay. And it's finding range. And range is a measure of, it's called variability. And basically what variability is, it tells you how spread apart your data is, aka how much it varies. All right, so to find the range, you find the difference between the greatest value and the least value in your data set. Now, difference means you are going to subtract. All right, so we want to see how spread apart, that's a really good word, spread apart, how much it varies, how spread apart our data is. Okay, so we're going to look, our largest data value, what is our largest data value? It's a 5. Okay, so we're going to put a 5 here. And then our smallest data value, okay, is a 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the largest data value, which is 5, and subtract it with the smallest data value. So we have 5 minus 0, and we get 5. So the range, or how spread apart our class data is 5. Okay, so that tells us that 5 is a pretty small number, which means that our data does not really vary very much. It's pretty tight, it's pretty close together. All right, so what you are going to do after this lesson, after you finish this video lesson, you are going to find the mean of your data, add up all the data values and divide by how many there are, and then you're going to find the range of your data, how spread apart your data is, which is basically taking the largest data value and subtracting it with the smallest data value. All right, so in your Google Classroom, there is a template that you are going to use, and you are going to use that template to put in your mean and your range for your project. All right, now this is all going in to a statistics project. So make sure that you complete the assignment that's posted in the classroom, because you want to know when we talk more about this project and when I fully explain it to you guys, you're going to want to know what the mean is, what the range is, and you're going to want to have all that information ready and at hand so you can complete your project. All right, so if you have any questions, please let me know, and you can email me, and have a wonderful day. Bye.